Welcome to Yo 30 Balance. I'm Jake Ferree, and I'm joined with Jenny and also Mike. Jenny is going to be walking us through the modifications throughout this practice. So at any time you need to modify your sequence, feel free to look towards her. Let's get started. Bring your palms together. Bring your thumbs centered towards your chest. Stand tall. Close the eyes. Start to feel the floor underneath. Feel the weight getting pressed into the feet. And then keep raising the head up to the sky. I want you to feel as if there are roots that are getting grounded into the floor, allowing you to find a bit more stability. When we talk about getting yourself grounded, it's basically just meaning getting yourself aware of this moment. And that's going to come in handy a lot throughout the balance program here today. It's a good time to set an intention for your practice. So feel free to breathe in your intention, allowing that intention to fill up the body. Breathing out through the nose, letting go of everything else. And keep that going, using the inhale to breathe in your intention. Using your exhale to let go of everything else. And just to offer you up an intention, my intention throughout all of my practices is to be aware of my breath. Maybe that's going to be an intention that I offer up to you as well. Let's slowly blink the eyes open. Let's begin. We're going to adjust our weight over to the left leg and then start to bring your other knee in towards your chest. You're going to give it a bit of a hug. So you really want to puff the chest up and pull the shoulders back. Find this engagement here of the belly. You're going to notice sometimes throughout the practice, especially when we get into this balance sequence, you may start shifting around in balance and falling off a little bit. If that happens, don't make such a big deal out of it. Just allow yourself to get back up. So go ahead and take your left hand, you're going to place it on your hip, and then open the leg out to the side. As that leg is open to the side, your hips are still squared off towards the TV. Good, so is the chest. Belly's engaged. Good, leg comes back to center. That opposite hand goes to the outside of the thigh, and then you start to open the other arm out to the side. You can choose to stay here and keep looking forward like Jenny's going to do, or you can start to look to the side, or possibly even look towards that back hand. If you start to fall off balance again, don't worry so much about it. Just get yourself back up. Slowly start to look back forward and then release the knee or the foot back down to the floor. Adjust your weight over towards that right leg. Pull your left knee in towards your chest. Puff the chest up, engage the belly. Good, staying here for a few breaths. Another thing that helps you with the practice is to find a spot that is not moving and try to keep your gaze there. I know it's going to be a little bit challenging when you're looking at me, but try to find something that's past me, that's not moving, that you can keep your gaze there. The right hand comes to the hip. The left knee starts to open out to the side. Can you still keep the hips pretty squared off towards the TV? Keep the chest lifted, keep the shoulders pulled back. And again, can you keep the belly tight to help find that balance? That standing leg is active, so find the flex of the quadricep. Your leg comes back to center. Let's take that opposite hand, reach it to the outside of the thigh. And then you're going to start to spin the chest open towards the side, bringing that other arm towards the back of the room. As you do this, either keep looking forward or adventure into that balance by taking your head to the side, or possibly looking all the way back towards the thumb. These twist poses are really awesome because they help wring out the spine. They help detoxify the body. Gaze comes back to forward. Good, gently release the foot back down to the floor. Good, from here you're going to turn it and walk towards the front of the mat. Once you're facing the front of the mat, bring your hands centered to the heart. Inhale, raise the arms to the sky. Exhale, begin to fold forward, lowering the chest down towards the thighs. We're going to work here on the modification first. So you bring your hands onto your shins and then inhale into a flat back. Jenny's going to keep the modification with the flat back with their hands on her shins. Mike's going to have his hands off of the shins to find the flat back. So keep that in mind for future reference. Next, exhale, begin to fold forward, bringing the chest down towards the thighs. Good, let's do that again. Inhale, flat back, lift halfway, rise. Exhale to fold. Inhale, raise the arms all the way up. Find some length as you stand tall, trying to find a bit more extension throughout the entire spine. Good. Exhale, hands slowly come center to the heart. Inhale, raise the arms to the sky. Good. Exhale, fold forward, lowering the chest down to the thighs. Jenny's going to modify here a little bit by keeping a little bend in the knees. So keep that in mind for you guys back at home. Inhale, find a flat back lift just halfway. Good. Exhale, plant the palms. Gently step back into plank pose. The modification here at the plank is coming down to your knees. Mike staying off the knees and finding the engagement here of his belly and of his legs. Shoulders are pulling down the back as the neck stays long. Good, guys. Exhale, bend the elbows, lower down halfway, chaturanga. Let's try to keep the belly and the chest off the floor. Shoulder heads are rotating up. Good. Inhale, straighten the arms back up again. Good. Let's do that again. Exhale, lower, chaturanga. Modification is on the knees. Inhale, straighten out the arms. And this last one, we're going to go all the way down to the floor, nice and slow, chaturanga to the ground. So you can release the belly and the chest to the floor. You're going to notice that the toes are going to be untucked now. So you're going to be on the top part of the feet. Press down with the hands and start to rotate the shoulder heads up, lifting the chest. Good. You ideally want to be able to find more engagement here throughout the lower spine versus pressing down a lot with the hands. Good. I'm going to keep Jenny here, but I'm going to have Mike straighten his arms out completely, coming into full upward facing dog. Shoulders are pulled back as the chest is pulling forward. Ideally trying to have the thighs and the knees off of the floor here. Keep pressing down the tops of the feet. Nice, guys. Tuck the toes, press back into downward facing dog. Bringing that all together here. Inhale, shift forward to plank pose. Modification is on the knees. Bend the elbows to lower, chaturanga. Inhale, upward facing dog or baby cobra as the option. Exhale to press back, downward facing dog. Pausing here in your downward dog. Chest is pulling back towards the thighs. Heels are lowering down towards the floor. I want you to find this effect as if somebody is pressing onto your spine, pulling the chest towards the back of the room. As that happens, you should be able to feel the heels lower closer down towards the floor and feeling the stretch go a little bit deeper into your calves. Take the time, feel your body out. How can we become more grounded? You're connecting and moving with the breath, moving through what's called Surya Namaskar, sun salutations, connecting each movement to each breath that we take. Inhale, bends the knees, look forward. Exhale, either step or jump, bringing the feet towards the front mat. Inhale, find your flat back. Exhale to fold. Inhale, raise the arms all the way up. Stand tall as you reach high. Exhale, hands slowly come center to the heart. Good. Inhale, raise the arms, reach up. Exhale, fold forward, chest lowers down towards the thighs. Inhale, find your flat back so chest pulls forward. Exhale, plant the palms, step back or jump back. Lower down slowly, chaturanga. Inhale, up dog or baby cobra is there for you. Exhale, press back, downward dog. Again, pausing here in downward dog. Keeping in mind, Jenny's there with the modifications if you decide that you need to modify some of these poses. With the breath, we move. Inhale, bends the knees. Exhale, step or jump, feet come forward. Inhale, flat back, halfway rise. Exhale to fold. Inhale, raise the arms up, stand tall as you reach high. Exhale, hands to the heart. Again, inhale, raise the arms. Exhale, fold forward, connecting with the breath. Inhale, flat back, just halfway rise. Exhale, plant the palm, step or jump back. Chaturanga. Inhale into upward facing dog. Exhale, press back, downward facing dog. Okay, one more set, guys. Inhale, bends the knees, look forward. Exhale, step or jump, feet come forward. Inhale, find your flat back. Exhale to fold. Inhale, raise the arms up, stand tall, arms high. Exhale, hands to the heart. Trying to keep this connection with the breath. Inhale to raise the arms. Exhale, fold forward, as if the breath is moving you. Inhale, flat back. Exhale, plant the palm, step or jump back. Chaturanga. Inhale into upward facing dog. Exhale, press back, downward dog. Staying here in downward dog, keep pulling the chest back towards the thighs. Keep lowering the heels down towards the floor. Good. Hands are pressing into the floor as the chest keeps pulling back. Good. From downward dog, slowly shift forward to plank pose. Once you're here in plank pose, I want you to lower down to your knees. And we're actually going to get the knees so they're right underneath the hips, coming into all fours. Good. From here, I want you to find a bit of a cow pose. You're going to start to lift the chest, lift the butt. Good. Exhale, round and tuck, coming into cat pose. Let's do one more like that. Inhale, cow pose, chest up, butt up. Exhale, round and tuck, coming into your cat. Good. Now from here, come right back into a flat back. Find that flat back. Now I want you to take your right leg. You're going to start to extend it towards the back room. So the leg that is away from the TV. Good. Now the arm that's towards the TV, start to extend that forward. Okay, so already working on a little bit of balance here just with the hold. As you take your next exhale, you're going to pull the knee in towards your chest and grab onto that knee with the extended arm. Curl the chin in, find that cat back. Good. Now as you inhale, you're going to extend, lift the chest, extend the arms. Nice, guys. Exhale, pull it in, grab the knee, actually squeeze onto it. Inhale to extend. And then release the hand and the knee down to the floor. Switching sides here. The leg that's toward the TV, extend it back. The arm that's away from the TV, extend that forward. Belly stays tight. As you exhale, you're going to pull it in round the back like a cat pose. Hold on to the knee, give it a squeeze. Inhale to extend and lengthen. Exhale, pull it in and squeeze. Good. Inhale, extend and lengthen. And then release the hand and the knee back down to the floor. From here, tuck your toes, press back into downward dog. Again, from downward dog, we should still find that effect as the chest is pulling back and the heels are lowering down towards the floor. Inhale, bends the knees. Exhale, either step or jump, bringing the feet towards the front of the mat. Inhale, find your flat back, lift, halfway rise. Exhale to fold. Inhale, raise the arms up, stand tall as you reach the arms. Good. Exhale, hands slowly come center to the heart. Inhale, raise the arms, lengthen. Exhale, fold forward, chest lowers down towards the thighs. Inhale, flat back. Exhale, plant the palm, step the left foot back into lunge. So the foot that's closest to the TV steps back. Good, you're going to release that knee down to the floor and then start to raise the arms up to the sky. Arms are lifted up here. Jenny's going to create a little bit of modification if needed just by placing one hand onto her thigh. Okay, but as you're here, guys, I want you to try to focus on trying to pull back a little bit further, trying to find a bit of an opening here throughout the spine. Good, another inhale. As you exhale, you're going to start to pull the hips back to straighten the front knee. Arms start to pull back behind you. Your modification is placing one or both hands onto the floor. Okay, but a few things I want you to be noticing here at this one. The toes are pointing up and the back leg is straight. As the back leg is straight, I want you to start to pull your chest closer down towards the thigh to feel the stretch go a little bit deeper into the hamstring. Good. Inhale, start to rebend the front knee, reach the arms forward and come off of the back knee. If you need to be modifying here throughout this part, you can always keep one hand on the floor or possibly even bring it down to the thigh. Good. Exhale, start to reach the arms back behind you. As the arms start to reach back behind you, the shoulders start to rotate back. Chest keeps pulling forward. The balance challenge here with this one is trying to keep that balance with that back heel pointing up. Nice, guys. Inhale, raise the arms, coming right into crescent pose. As you're in crescent pose, trying to get the shoulders over the hips. The modification here is the same thing. We're still keeping the hand position here on the thighs. Another inhale. As you exhale, start to hinge forward. So body's going to start to pull forward, come more to the tippy toes of the back foot, and then possibly raise the back foot off the floor, coming into warrior 3. You're going to notice Mike is here with his back leg up as high as his hip. Shoulders start to rotate back. Chest keeps pulling forward. Fingertips keep reaching towards the back of the room. Jenny's modifying by keeping the foot on the floor. And another option here, as you inhale, reach the arms forward. So an option is to reach the arms forward on that next inhale. Good. Belly stays tight. Good. Next exhale, pull the back knee in towards the chest. Give it a hug. Squeeze it together like a cat pose. And then inhale, stand all the way up with the leg, chest up. Exhale, release the foot down to the floor. Hands come center to the heart. Take the moment here to reground yourself. Okay, so balance poses can get a little bit shifty. You're going to maybe be falling a little bit out of the place. Be okay with that. Just allow yourself to get right back up into it. We all fall from time to time. It's how we start to improve along the way. Inhale, raise the arms to the sky. Lengthen as you reach. Exhale, begin to fold forward, lowering the chest down towards the thighs. Inhale, find the flat back, lift halfway. Exhale, plant the palm, step the foot that's away from the TV back. Good. You're going to release that knee to the ground and start to raise the arms to the sky, coming into what's called Anjana Asana. We're maintaining a big bend in the front knee and reaching the arms towards the back of the room. Belly stays active as the chest starts to reach back. Jenny's keeping that modification, as you can see, by having her hand on her thigh. Maybe start to reach back a little bit further. Good. Another inhale. As you exhale, begin to fold forward, pull the hips back, and reach the arms back. If you notice here now, the leg is going to be straight. The modification that Jenny's playing with here is she's keeping one hand on the floor, but the other arm is reaching towards the back of the room. Mike has both arms reaching back as he's pulling his chest closer down to the thigh. Good. Next, inhale, rebend the front knee. Reach the arms forward and come off of the back knee. Modification is keeping one hand on the floor. You're trying to find more length and extension here throughout the spine. Reaching the arms forward, still maintaining a big bend in the front knee. Another inhale. Exhale, start to reach the arms back. As the arms reach back, the shoulders pull back. Again, modification is having one hand on the floor or the thigh. Inhale, raise the arms to the sky, coming into your crescent pose. As you're here in crescent pose, arms are reaching back. Maybe still keeping that modification with the hand on the thigh. If that starts to get a little bit more challenging too, you can always modify even more by placing the back knee onto the floor, but just an option. Another inhale. Exhale, start to hinge forward. Arms start to reach back, maybe floating the back foot off the floor. Shoulders are pulling down the back. Ideally trying to get that back leg up as high as the back hip. And another important thing to keep in mind here is we have the back toes pointing down to the floor. That's going to keep the back hip closed off. Next option here, inhale, reach the arms forward to find a deeper extension. Good, belly stays tight on this one. Exhale, pull the back knee in towards the chest. Give it a hug around the back like a cat back. Good, now as you inhale, stand all the way up. Chest is lifted, shoulders are back. Good, gently release the foot down to the floor and bring your hands back center to the heart. Take a moment here to reground yourself. And what I mean by when I say that is you really want to be able to feel the body connecting. Feel the breath moving through the body. Feel the feet firmly making connection to the floor. And now we're going to go through that same sequence, but we're going to go through it a little bit faster, connecting each movement with each breath that we take. So keep that in mind as we start to move. Inhale, raise the arms to the sky. Exhale, fold forward, chest lowers down towards the thighs. Inhale, flat back. Exhale, plant the palm, step the foot that's closest to the TV all the way back. Release the knee down to the floor. Inhale to raise the arms to the sky. Exhale, pull the hips back to straighten the front leg. Arms reach back. Inhale, rebend the front knee. Reach the arms forward, back knee off the floor. Exhale, reach the arms back. Inhale, raise the arms up, crescent pose. Exhale, hinge forward, take a float, warrior three, modifying as needed. Use the inhale to reach the arms forward as an option. Exhale, back knee pulls into the chest. Inhale, slowly stand all the way up. Exhale, release the foot to the floor, hands come center to the heart. Good. One down, one to go. Inhale, raise the arms up. Exhale, fold forward, chest towards thighs. Inhale, flat back. Exhale, plant the palm, step the right foot back into a lunge. Good, knee lowers down to the floor, raise the arms to the sky. Exhale, hips pull back to straighten the front leg, reach the arms back to help with the balance. Inhale, rebend, reach the arms forward, back knee off the floor. Exhale, reach the arms back. Inhale, raise the arms all the way up. Exhale, hinge forward, arms reach back to float up to warrior three. Option, keep the foot on the floor. Inhale, option, reach the arms forward. Exhale, pull the knee to the chest. Inhale, stand all the way up. Exhale, release the foot down, hands come center to the heart. Very nice. Feel your feet firmly against the floor below you. Good. Release your hands down by your side. And then slowly walk towards the middle of your mat, facing towards the TV. Now that you're here, again, take the time. I want you to find your grounding. So planting the feet firmly into the floor. Now you're going to start to adjust your weight over towards your right leg. Good. Come onto your tippy toes, your left foot. Jenny's going to modify and just keep the foot onto her calf. Mike and I are going to raise that leg all the way up to our thigh. Knee points open to the side, hips are squared off, hands come center to the heart. Good, you want to keep the hips pointing open. Your standing leg is active and straight. Raise the arms to the sky. Good, so again, we're trying to play with that balance here. If you fall out of the pose, get right back up into it. We fall out of things in life all the time. A reminder here is to just get right back up. Okay, from tree pose, I want you to bring your hands center to the heart. Good, you're going to bring your right hand onto your right hip. Take your other hand, bring it onto the knee. Then try to pull that knee up. We're going to keep Jenny there. Mike and I are going to reach down and grab onto our big toe. You can choose to stay here or possibly work on the extension of the leg. Either stay here or work on the extension of the other arm as well. Maybe making a mudra here. So with the mudra, we're finding we're connecting the thumb and the index finger together. Chest is lifted. Gaze is relaxed. Face is relaxed. And if the arm is extended, slowly bring it back down. You're going to rebend the knee and then bring that knee back into the chest. Once the knee's in the chest, pull it closer towards the chest. Take the opposite hand, reach to the outside of the thigh, and then start to open that arm up. We've already been here today. You can choose to stay here or work on the extension of the leg. You can keep the hand grabbing onto the outside of the thigh or reach down to the foot and work on the extension. Then maybe gazing to the side, maybe gazing all the way towards the back of the room. More than likely, the leg with the foot that's on the ground, it's going to be burning right now. You should feel something. Stay in it. Gaze comes back forward. Slowly rebend. and release the foot down. You're gonna want to shake this other foot out. I can feel it. You can feel it. Good. Adjust the weight back to the other leg. Good. Coming into tree pose. Again, modification is to the calf. Intensification, we start to raise the leg up a little bit higher. Let's keep the knee open, keep the hips open. Hands come center to the heart to start. And then possibly raising the arms up to the sky. If this is still not enough for you, maybe start to look up towards the ceiling. Again, if you find yourself off balance, which is likely, can you just bring yourself right back? And slowly center to the heart. Good. You're going to make peace fingers out of your hand, grab onto the big toe, or just grab onto the knee. Other hand comes to the hip to help find more support. Either stay here or work on the extension of the leg. Again, if you find that spot in front of you that's not moving, try to keep your gaze there. That will help with the balance. Other arm can extend out to the side. Again, maybe making that mudra. Mudra here, what that basically means, as they say, is they're connecting you to the universe. Okay, finding this deeper connection from within. Relax the eyes, relax the face. Hand slowly comes back to the hip. Re-bend the knee. You're going to bring the knee back to center. Other arm goes to the outside. And you start to extend open towards the side. You're going to choose to stay here, work on the extension of the leg, maybe grabbing onto the pinky side edge of that foot to fully extend. And then possibly taking your gaze towards the back of the room. Slowly start to look back forward. Re-bend the knee. And then release it back down to the floor. You may want to give yourself a little dance with the feet. Let it go. Let the hips flush out. Good. Now from here, we're going to turn and walk towards the front of the room. Feet together, hands together. Inhale, arms to the sky, lengthen and extend. Exhale, fold forward, chest lowers down towards the thighs. Inhale, find a flat back. Exhale, plant the palm, step or jump back. Moving through your last vinyasa, chaturanga. Into up dog or baby cobra. Exhale, press back, downward facing dog. Next, guys, from downward dog, slowly release down to your knees. And you're going to make your way onto your butt. And then just go ahead and look. Just go ahead and face yourself back towards the TV. We're going to keep the feet together and start to pull your heels closer in towards your bodies. Feet are touching. Elbows are going to press into the inner thighs. We're going to try to open the feet like a book. Good. Shoulders are relaxed. Inhale, lengthen. Exhale, start to fold forward into the pose. As far as modifying on this one, it's going to be all about how you feel. So maybe you go a little bit deeper into it. Maybe you're staying up pretty tall. But ideally, we just want to be able to find a stretch in the inner thighs. Relax the head and deepen the breath. The more you press down with those elbows, you're going to notice this. You can start to open the knees out a little bit more. So you're using parts of your body as helpers to help open you up a little bit more throughout the pose. Gently lift the chest back up. And I want you to take your heels and you're actually going to bring them forward just about a foot or two. Okay, so we're trying to create what looks like a bit of a diamond shape here on the legs. Keep that. Hands start to reach forward towards the ankles. Inhale, breathe into the chest to help find a little bit more extension. And then as you exhale, start to fold forward into the pose. You notice on this one, my elbows are actually out to the sides of the knee instead of pressing into it. Pull your head closer down to the feet. Relax the head, trying to bring the crown of the head towards the feet. Breathing all the way up into the chest. And allowing that exhale to be so deep here that it just relaxes the entire body. Time to notice how the breath just moves through you. As you deepen that breath in, you're going to notice how the spine actually lengthens. And as you deepen that breath out, you're going to notice how the body just relaxes a little bit more. Inhale, slowly sit all the way up. Good. Now that you're lifted up, you're going to go ahead and turn the face towards the side. Extend both legs. And then roll yourself all all the way down to your back. Once you're all the way down here on your back, hug your left knee to your chest. So the leg that's closest to the TV, I want you to hug that into the chest. You're going to take that same arm and extend it out towards the side. Good. Now you're going to take the leg and you're just going to bring it over towards the other side, finding a bit of a twist. We've been working so much today on working on the extension of the leg, so you can feel free to extend the leg here. Maybe just keeping a hold of it where it's at, or grabbing onto the pinky side edge of the foot to work on that full extension. Those of you that are working on the full extension here, can you still keep the shoulders positioned on the floor? A little helper here with this one, if you focus on taking the hip that's up towards the sky and try to push it down, you should feel that lengthen a little bit deeper. And again, twists are really great for helping release toxins throughout the body. Also massages out the internal organs, so it helps a lot with digestion as well. Bring the knee back into your chest, and then slowly release the leg back down to the floor. You're pulling the opposite knee into the chest, and then you're going to take that leg over towards the TV. The other arm extends out to the side. Deepening the breath, shoulders on the floor. Again, option 1, you're going to stay here. Option 2, straighten out the leg. Option 3, grab onto the pinky side edge of the foot with the extended arm and work on that extension as well. Again, can you keep both shoulders on the floor as you're here? Deepen the breath, sending the breath all the way up into the chest. Letting that exhale be so heavy that you're able to release a little bit more. Relaxing into the pose a little bit deeper. Gently come back to center and hug both knees into your chest. Once both knees are hugged into the chest, I want you to wrap your arms tightly around the legs. Pull your head in towards the knees and give yourself a big squeeze, like you're giving yourself a big hug. And take a big inhale through the nose, holding the breath at the very top. I'm going to ask you to hold the breath here for the next 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Exhale to release. Allow the arms and legs to extend all the way forward and out, or feel free to join me in a seated meditation. Legs are crossed, chest is lifted, shoulders are pulled back. Bring your hands center to the heart in the meditation here today. Close the eyes down and allow the breath to deepen. Allow the breath to become more calm, more smooth, as if it's just caressing over your body. Begin to notice the rise and the fall, the stomach and the chest as you just breathe naturally. Notice how the body moves. It's subtle, but it's still moving here. Trying to let go of any tension that you may be holding on to. Just let it be released. Anything that you're holding on to right now that is not serving you in any way, just let it go. Let it go. Leave it behind. This is the time that you allow yourself to be open. And as we allow ourselves to be open, we are allowing ourselves the permission here to receive. Slowly start to deepen the breath. Breathing in more energy, more life, more existence. Allowing more to come back into your body as you breathe in. Just reawakening. Begin to wiggle the fingers and wiggle the toes. If you're still seated in meditation, that's where you're going to stay. If you're lying on your back, release or extend the arms towards the back of the room. To create more length here as the arms reach back. Those of you that are on your back, bring your knees into your chest and gently roll yourself over to the side facing the TV. And press down with your hands, work your way up into a seated pose. We're all going to be meeting here together with our hands to our heart. But as you're here, can you sit up a little bit taller? Keep the gaze within and take the time here just to fully notice. Notice the response of the body. Especially when we start to play with these balance poses, is it tends to shift the mind a bit. Sometimes, especially when we start falling out of it, we begin to get a little frustrated. That's natural. But it's how can we deal with that within the practice? And the lesson that we end up learning here is how to get back up. If we fall, how do we rise? It's this constant reminder to get back into it and to be okay with falling, because you're always reminded that you can always just get back up. Bow your head forward into your hands. Sealing in the practice, honoring yourself, and honoring your journey. Leading you through the practice that is always my honor. The light that lives within me salutes that same light that lives within you. Namaste.